Well, hey there, YouTube, fellow silver stackers, silver pours, silver enthusiasts. Again, anyone else who stops by, much appreciated. Today we're going to pour a few more states again. As for the Tennessees here that I poured last weekend, they actually, who wanted these, actually wanted the, sorry about the phone, wanted the wood grain look on the top side. So I'm going to have to re-pour those. And I flipped over my template, so it'll go right how it was, just this side is going to be the top. So that's that. And as you can see, the other two here got Idaho, and it's a little sideways, but Arizona. So we've got some silver there in the dish, as you can see. Got a brand new dish, nice and glazed, ready to pour. So we'll get that silver heated up and come on back in a moment for the first pour. Hold on, I'll be right. Okay, looks like the silver's ready. I think we'll go with Idaho first. I had 5 ounces in there. It looks like that did just fine. Basically everywhere's filled. I did have a little bit of, you can kind of see the excess flux I have in there. I think I'll try and get some of that out before I get this next pour. There is quite a bit of it I can see there on top of this piece, so I really want to get rid of that in my pours if I can. So we'll get this next one going and let it do its thing. Come back for the second pour. I will see you in a moment. Okay, so I decided to do one of the Tennessees first. I'm still working on getting rid of the excess flux, borax that's in the dish from getting it glazed, since it is a new dish. We'll see how it does on this pour, how much of that comes out in the pour. And I can see it right on the lip there. I don't know if you can see it there on the video. But here's one thing you can see with a new dish, just how easy this flows in a new dish. It is quite nice. So we're gonna go ahead and heat up the other silver here, the other Tennessee, and pour that one as well, so we can keep working on getting this flux out, and then we'll get to some second pours. I will see you in a moment. Get a little closer for you on this one without dropping the tablet, hopefully. There we go. We'll do this other Tennessee. Like I said, keep trying to get rid of this excess gunk. And here we go. I poured that a bit too slow, but I think it worked out okay in the end. So we'll let that cool off, or maybe not cool off, but burn down, and I'll show you what they look like here before, but I'll get them cooled off so I can handle them. So I shall see you in a moment. So here was that first pour, and like I said, you can see all the excess gunk here on the top. So I'm going to, think I'd hit it with a hammer first, see if I knock some of it off. This one wasn't so bad. They're a little bit down here. You can see there in the corner. That's not too bad. And this one here, that one was the third one. This was the second one. And you see it's got quite a bit more along, right down the middle and then on the tip here. So take a look here real quick, since these don't much matter what they look like, because they're going to get melted again. You can hit them with a hammer and knock off some of it. So we'll do that a little bit more, and then throw them back in the fire and go one by one and get these pours done. So hold tight. I'll see you in a moment for the next pour. Well, it looks like we're ready here for the next pour, and get set up here so I can put my cover on top and find my cover right there. So let's go ahead and pour this and hope it doesn't have too much of the borax flux left on top anymore. I do believe I got the worst of it off. There's still quite a bit in here. I really didn't want to pour a third time. I might have ended up okay. You'll see there's a little bit on that northern tip that looked like it could have been a little suspect to being more flux than I had hoped, but that's not too bad if that's all there is there. So we'll go ahead and go with that, try and knock these flames down a bit better. But I don't want the flames. I just want smoke. See if this does it. Maybe, maybe not. We'll work on that while everything does its thing. So hold tight. I'll see you in a moment. We'll see how it looks. Okay, here is how it came out of the wood. One little speck here. It did look like there was more, but just one little speck. That'll polish out just fine. But there it is, the back side. Good detail again. So we will move on to the Nevada, the Tennessees. So hold tight. I'll be right back with it. Okay, here we go. I do have a little extra silver in the dish, so hopefully I can avoid any little flux bubbles on top. And there we go. That will do. We'll cover that and see how it turns out. So I'll see you in a moment. Okay, we are ready for pour number 2 and Tennessee number 2. So let's see how this one turns out. We should be pretty close weight-wise. We'll find out here shortly. And there we go. That one looked like it should turn out pretty well, so we'll let that do its thing as usual and come back in a moment. Let's see. Let me show you the other Tennessee here real quick that I still had in the water. And there is that side, which will actually be the bottom side on this one. That's what they wanted this time around. And here is the other side, which actually has a little spot here. You see it right there. There was actually a knot in this board, so it's got kind of a peak right there. It sticks out, so interesting little spot there, but the rest looks good. Well, I don't know about but, it all looks good. So there we go. I will come back in a moment. Alright, here is the second one. Good definition here, so that will be nice. We have, grab the scale real quick. We're at 358 on this one, the one with that little peak there. And on the second one, we are at 369. So pretty close, almost the same weight there. And something else I got picked up is a little sandbag here, leather sandbag, so I've got something to set it on. Gives me a level surface, especially one like this with that point that can go right in the middle, nice and flat, so I don't have any issues that I've had in the past. Sometimes they bend, so try not to bend them when I hammer the stamp in, but we will come back in a moment. I had a bit of polishing to do. Well, actually I don't. I only have the one piece, so I will do the Arizona, I think, here in a moment. And these two, since I'm not really going for that real mirror finish on this one, I think I'm going to throw them in the tumbler tonight and see how they turn out. So we will be right back. Okay, here we go. First Arizona pour. I do have a 5-ounce bar melted, so we'll see how much it takes. Might have to add a little bit. I actually expect to have to add some. But we will find out here in a moment how much I need to add. Yeah, we're going to melt down a little bit more silver here. One little spot in the corner and one right in the middle that got missed. Got some silver in there ready to go, so we'll get that filled in and come back to the second pour. Okay, here we go with Arizona number 2. Now, I've got 7+ ounces in here. This is likely going to be my biggest pour. Again, I keep going up and up, keep trying, making sure the silver is nice and hot right now. And we'll see where this comes out to. Well, I think I've got to be fairly quick here once I get the second torch off. It does all look liquid still, so let's give it a go. Try and get all of this stuff off the top first. There we go. That's all of it. There were a couple spots on the edges that had a little bit of the flux in there, so I might have a little work to do on cleaning that up, but besides that, it doesn't look too bad. Try and get these flames knocked down, and we'll come back in a moment and see how it looks. See you soon. Okay, so we needed a third pour here on the the Arizona. It just, I think the boiling it was doing when I first poured that second one kept it from getting a good definition on the bottom side. So, here we go with pour number 3. That looks good. There was no bubbling that time. Might be a couple specks again on the edges of the borax, but we're getting less and less each time. It's almost gone. So we'll let that cool off and we'll come back and show you how it looks. See you in a moment. Alright, here's how the Arizona turned out. Real good definition here on this side. And weight-wise, we're at 8.38. See if I can, there it is, 838. So, I can apparently do over 8 ounces. I hadn't really tried over 6 until last weekend, and now almost 8.5. I wouldn't be surprised if I could push it a little more, maybe 9, maybe 10. It all depends on if I can keep that heat in that dish and on the silver. So we'll get this cleaned up, we'll get the others cleaned up, and show you how they look. Okay, so here they are, the final look at the pieces here. We got Tennessee here. I ran through the tumbler, looks pretty good. This would be the bottom side this time around. This one's 358. Nice shiny, good definition on the back. And the other one is 369. Again, nice look here on the back. The tumbler really does get a nice shine in it with the Shine Bright. And we've got Idaho at 614. And the big Arizona here. A little bigger than I expected. Didn't know I could pour quite that large. 837 on this one. And with that third pour, that real strong lines here on the back, the veining from the wood. So that's what we got. That's how we ended up. I don't know if I will get any more this weekend poured or not, but if so, you shall see a video eventually. I did also have one little hexagon here that was leftover stuff in the dish that I liked how it looked. Maybe somebody else will too. So that's what we got. So thank you all for stopping by. Like, shares, comments, subscriptions, all greatly appreciated. I will catch you next time. A.G. Enders signing off. Have a good day.